means to read is an apology. Straight from the lips of the 14th king. So please, can't you lend him your ears?
Thank you. An enunciation of gratitude, written by the hand of Sun King Avad, 14th luminance of the Radiant Line.
Everyone's acting like these cursed Karja are honored guests. Makes me sick.
No, the Karja stand with you, as the sun's light frames the stoutest trees.
I won't let the Karja
As
faith
those
stop me from
you have
enjoying the
nurtured,
festival.
take
can
their
they do now?
places among your braves. We join
He's
your
wearing a
prayers
focus, just like
that they
mine.
will stand tall in the sun. I am grateful for your
You're the
audience.
only other person I've ever seen wearing a focus. Where did you get yours?
What? A Nora? Wearing one of these? That's impossible. Your tribe fears the old places, forbids them.
Who says I'm like other Nora?
Why, I guess you're not. If you've gone delving in the ruins of the metal world.
What's wrong?
Apologies. Malfunction.
Olin, you making friends with locals, are we?
I'll come back.
Wait,
No, we'll talk later. Have to go.
Whoa. Well, I guess he's more hungover than I thought. Hey, you got the same trinket that Olin has on his head. Since when did those become fashionable?
his name is Olin? Who is he? And where did he get one of these?
He's just a scrounger with friends in high places. He spends half his time digging for artifacts, the other half drinking or dicing. As for the trinket, well, I guess he dug it up somewhere. Just a weird old jewel he sticks on his face. I mean, no offense. It looks great on you.
Quite a speech from Olin. Yep.
I thought your friend was gonna go down in a hail of fruit, but you really calmed the crowd.
Thanks. I wasn't sure I could do it. The Nora is still pissed with the Karja about the Red Raids. And who can blame them?
What else do you know about Olin?
Is he really that interesting? I'm starting to get jealous. Well, he scours the wilds for ruins, digs up stuff, and sells it to nobles. When he's not scrounging, he's scouting. Exactly the skills you want the man guiding your expedition to have. I've known him for a few years. He's a loyal companion, cares for his family, holds his drink well enough. I like him, but besides that, not much to tell.
Nice armor.
I've never seen armor like yours before.
You've never seen Vanguard steel? Well, let me introduce you. Ring-locked, impact-protected, sturdy enough to choke a sawtooth. It has to be. The Vanguard of the Sun King's best. Life-takers and machine-breakers to a one. You might even give a Nora warmaid like you more trouble than she can handle.
Oh boy.
With all that metal to slow you down? I doubt it.
Yeah, hard to say. From where I'm standing, looks like a pretty even match.
I wanted to ask you something else.
If you want. But I'll also be around after that blessing thing, if that'd be a better time to talk.
I never heard anything about red raids growing up. What were those?
Your tribe was in war and you didn't even know? Were you kept hidden away? Did you have overprotective parents or something?
I grew up as an outcast, shunned by the tribe.
Oh, yeah, I've heard the Nora do that. That seems cruel, if you ask me. But even an outcast knows about the derangement of the machines, right? How they get deadlier every year? Well, the mad Sun King figured if he spilled enough blood to the Sun God, it would calm the machines. Didn't work. But for years, he raided the tribes and took captives for sacrifice. My sister among them. The Nora put up a good fight, but lives were lost.
So what happened? How did it all end?
The Mad King's own son united Karja rebels with Oseram freebooters. And together we did the impossible, took back Meridian and killed the crazy old king. So now the son sits on the throne and it's a big improvement. Under Avad, there's no more sacrifices, no more slavery. People from all tribes are welcome in Meridian now, even Nora exiles. You really should come visit.
Who are the Oseram?
Oh, that's my tribe, far to the northwest. We're good at three things: arguing, working steel, and brewing.
And freebooters. What are those?
I guess you could say we were mercenaries, warriors for pay. Except a lot more loyal than that makes us sound. Avad couldn't have taken down his father without our metal and muscle. And now, some of us serve proudly as his personal vanguard.
Your sister was taken captive and sacrificed. That's terrible.
Captive, yes. Sacrificed, no. It takes more than a few Karja to finish Ursa. She got away, and now she's my captain. Captain of the entire vanguard. Favored by the Sun King himself.
How did she survive?
Oh, that's a story, all right, but it takes a while to tell. Maybe another time over a drink or three? Or just come to Meridian and meet her yourself. I think you'd like each other. You're both rather, direct.
What's up, Silvers? How you doing, man? What's this game about? Ooh, well, I grew up as an outcast, and they've hit that home pretty hard. Not wanted anywhere. And now I've grown up to seek answers. Never knew who my mom was. So, guy who raised me was also an outcast. He's gone off somewhere. Supposedly, so I never find him. So that's another side mission we'll probably engage with later. But now I'm inside the city, which I've never been in before because of being an outcast. And I've earned the right to participate in a trial, which, if I win, means I become a member of the tribe, which she, of course, is reluctant to be excited about. But I also supposedly will get answers as far as who my mother was. And this guy is telling me some backstory. I'm not sure how long you've been in the channel. Whoa!
Way to go.
Big Blind, thank you very much for the follow. But yeah, so I'm just... He prevented the mob from attacking a messenger of a previously hostile tribe who are now supposedly friends. And this is just kind of the backstory behind that stuff.
You said the machines have been getting more dangerous every year.
Yeah, I don't have to tell you that, right?
First I've heard of it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just assumed everyone knew. Well, the way I hear it, 15, 20 years ago, the machines weren't always pissed off like they are now. When a hunter came at them, they'd spook and run. So it was hard to take them down, but not dangerous, so long as he was smart enough to jump out of the way. But then the derangement starts up and everything changes. Now, when a hunter fires a shot, the machines snarl and charge right at him. A few more years pass and they start attacking people on sight. Going anywhere becomes a major risk. If that wasn't bad enough, entirely new kinds of machines start showing up. Bigger, meaner, and heavily armed.
Like the Sawtooth.
Yeah, 10 years ago, that one. But every couple of years or so, something worse comes along. Believe me.
So what's making it happen?
And no one knows. And the machines, well, they aren't telling.
Sounds familiar. I'm getting like a Skyrim voice actor, but I don't know. But I know I've heard his voice before.
Tell me about the derangement again.
Well, the way I went up, so it, but then, nah, if that wasn't bad enough.
Like the Sawtooth.
Yeah.
So,
No one.
if the Karja have such a cruel history, how did you end up serving them?
The last king and his men were butchers. But the new king wants peace. There's nothing cruel about that. Besides, the Karja don't just fight, they build. But take Meridian. Next to it, everything else is just a bunch of sticks and stones.
Just how big is Meridian? What's it like?
Where do I even start? My tribesmen are masters of the forge, the best tinkers in the world. But when it comes to building, the Carja have us beat. The city soars over a canyon with more bridges than the Nora have roads and buildings tall as mountains. And across the valley stands the spire, like a blade thrust into the sky reflecting the sun. You really owe it yourself to see it. So consider that a challenge. Or an invitation.
Smooth talker. I can't remember what his name is. Did he even tell me his name? He might have once.
I want to ask you about something you said before.
Ask away.
Oh, Erend. E-R-E-N-D. I guess you could look up E-R-E-N-D in Horizon Zero Dawn and see who the voice actor is. I've already asked about Olin. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to say, tell me about Olin again.
I should make my way to the blessing.
Yeah. Look, maybe I shouldn't say this, but it's obvious that you don't belong in this backwater. I mean, you're smart. You're obviously capable, and, well, I mean, look at you.
What are you talking about?
You know what. All right, if you ever visit Meridian, look me up. I'll show you around, make introductions. It'll be a whole new life, if you want it. Anyway, I have to go to that blessing thing, too, so, see you around, maybe?
She, yeah. Hello. Yeah, this guy. This is the messenger. He's like, what the fuck are you doing, yo? What? Oh. Hello. Don Hopkins? Does it say what else he's been in? Ooh.
I wish we got to enjoy
Whee!
it, not just a special occasion.
The fly crate. Right. Gimme. Blah 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 blah. Better than last.
Start blessing when all aspirants are in place.
Ow!
Aloy,
Wait.
take your place right there. The prayer lantern is yours. I made it for you.
Blasphemy. Sisters. Aspirants, before each of you sits a prayer lantern crafted by your mother. In her honor, light its flame.
Or Rost. Or my mother. Or myself. So, the guy next to us, I'm pretty sure he's a little bastard. Or ill-informed, we'll say. But when we're because you start the game as a child, like a very small child that you control and stuff, and you have an altercation with him. And you can choose one of 3 options to deal with him. So I'll be curious to see how he tries to hijack my business. Mother Rost for my... No idea who she is. Not for Rost.
In honor of Rost. And all he did to help me get here.
Oh, Mother, hear our prayer. What is the child but a mother's hope that takes flight? A glowing flame that climbs the air, set free to the wind, sailing the sky till it fades and falls. So, from one to another, passes the chain of love.
There's Olin. I have some questions for him.
It's for the goddess to judge the Carja, not me. The past should be left in the past. The Karja took my little sister and Maraine's 5 years ago. All Mother, I sure.
Oh, we got two things going on. What do we got here? Olin. Hunter's Lodge. Oh, God. Oh, wait. Sorry. Okay. 2 is... Whoop, wrong way.
And that's a feat.
Move. Oh, shit, you're standing right here? Damn it.
Hello, Olin.
You know my name? Ah, guess Aaron told you.
Why did you act so strange when we spoke earlier?
Must be this festival. I'm really not one for crowds. Maybe I should just turn in.
Stop dodging my questions.
All right, cool your fire. I got nothing to hide.
I've never seen anyone else with a focus. Where exactly did you find it?
In a ruin, north of the Claim. That's our name for the Asuram homeland. Up there, the metal seams run deep. Steel giants half buried in loose soil. Forgotten caves that the old ones bored into mountain rock. Your eyes just lit up.
I found my focus in a cave just like you're describing. A ruin of the old ones.
If you've delved yourself, you know as much as I do. Go to those places for answers. Not me.
You voiced characters in Rise, Son of Rome, and Assassin's Creed Syndicate? Oh, I wonder if it was Syndicate then. That would be I mean, Rise, Son of Rome. Crap, that was years ago.
When we spoke earlier, you winced, then looked like you were in pain. Or frightened. Did your focus show you something?
It didn't show me anything. I told you. It malfunctioned. Happens all the time.
Mine's never malfunctioned, and I've had it since I was a child.
So yours is in better shape then. I'm sure the land here is full of relics. Seeing how you Nora are too scared to delve the ruins.
Because they think ruins are cursed. But I never said I think that.
If the North acknowledges a curse, I'm inclined to agree.
Arms saggy nipple. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. Welcome.
What are you doing here, Olin? Why come to Noraland?
Aaron needed a scout for his expedition, and a second for his drinking. That's all. Someone to stop the Sun Priest getting lost. When all this is over, I'm back to delving ruins, rummaging for scrap, scrounging up trinkets to sell.
So you're an explorer?
Just another Outlander, girl. A man's gotta make his shards. I just make mine in service to the King's court. That's all.
I don't understand. We have this device in common, but you can't wait to stop talking to me.
I already have all the friends I need, girl. I don't need the bother.
I'm used to being shunned by the tribe. I thought you'd be different.
It's nothing personal. It really isn't. You should try to enjoy yourself tonight. Big day tomorrow. Always best to make every day count.
I won't let the Karja face.
Jamie Harry, thank you for the follow.
Enjoying the festival.
Welcome.
What harm can they do now? Excuse me, I'm saying a prayer to All Mother.
Your blessing was most illuminating. I've never seen its like. A rare gift indeed.
But you don't believe in All Mother, do you?
Usually the distance between our tribes shrouds Nora ways from Karja eyes. But here among you, I see a beauty that shines true. Perhaps Naman is right after all, that the sun's light brightens all lands and all peoples.
Who's Naman?
One of my brethren, who believes the sky is wide enough for the faiths of all tribes.
Who is the Sun King you speak for?
His Luminance Avad is the 14th king of the Radiant Line. His light envelops the sky and everything beneath it. He is the chosen of the sun.
By his divine rule, we are given sight and purpose.
You speak highly of him. Do you know him well?
By his nature, he is unknowable and infallible. We are his instruments, not his companions. I have been in his presence, but we draw down our hoods so as not to behold his light directly.
He's the sun, he has total power, and no friends. That couldn't go wrong. If your Sun Kings are so infallible, how do you explain the crimes of the last king?
Well, the sun's glory is a great and brazen crown for a vessel as small as a man. If the vessel is flawed, indeed in the burial caves, one can see the skulls of the past kings are cracked, trialed and fired in the sun's kiln. That can be too much for any man to bear, even a ruler of men.
So the sun can make bad choices like anyone else?
Oh, no.
What's up, Tom?
Has there ever been a Sun Queen?
Many wives and consorts, of course. Or, oh, you mean for the sun to choose a queen? This has not happened.
Why not?
The sun is masculine, of course, and so would choose its heirs thus.
It's a light in the sky. I've never seen anything dangling from it. I don't know if you've noticed, but women run things around here.
Well, Avad took a woman as captain of his vanguard, the first to hold such an honor.
You mean Aaron's sister, Ursa. From what he told me, she sounds formidable.
Oh, formidable indeed. A woman, and an outsider as well.
She might make a fine Sun Queen, given a chance.
A sun... Oh, no.
Is it getting uncomfortable in here?
Who are you, Sun Priest?
I am the Reverend Irid. The glory of the Karja is the sun's glory, reflected. We sun priests are but glimmers of its great light.
You just said a lot, but you didn't tell me anything.
My apologies. My duty is to carry out the will of the sun by serving its emissary among us, the Sun King. I comfort those who walk by the light of day, and I travel to those in far reaches whom the light barely touches, bearing warmth.
Is it okay if you make bad jokes sometimes? Sure, sometimes bad jokes are fine. As long as they're in the right light, I suppose. Adhere to Twitch rules and all that crap. Which is probably an obvious thing to say, but you never know. We get a very interesting mix of people in here. Some of them like to push buttons, we'll say. And they don't last very long.
So you live in Meridian?
I do. Where better to mark the sun's divine passage than where the sandstone glows in the light of its passing. I was raised in the mesa's great shade, its wild bird markets and metal cellars, spices and colored silks.
Sounds impressive.
Oh, you should behold it. And you can if you make the journey. At his luminance's order, we have flung its gates open to all.
Any Nora who leaves the sacred land becomes an exile. But hey, who knows where I'll end up. Did you come all this way just to deliver your Sun King's speech?
It is my duty, and also my honor, to carry the light of atonement to those we overshadowed and wronged. I swallowed my fear, but it re-emerged. I am glad Erend Van Guardsman made this journey. He is my shield, a good man.
Vanguardsman. Well, the Vanguard, he's part of the Vanguard, so I guess they just take the last name. Guardsman, I guess. Right?
Why were the Karja at war with the Nora?
Under the 13th Sun King, the Karja had no peace with any tribe. His luminance has sent those days to dusk. We must renew the light that binds us, though few volunteered to come here.
The Nora scare you. They're good at making people feel unwelcome.
It's said one soldier died for every Nora taken alive. But I see you can be as calm as you are fierce.
This has been illuminating, but I should get going.
You have already been blessed, but may the dawn find you, the day warm you, and the dusk have light to guide your path.
That blessing wasn't bad. Nice and short, anyway. But I know a half-dozen Oseram tinkers who could put on a better fireworks show. Oops. I hope I'm not throwing a wet blanket on your sacred ritual. It was nice. Really.
Tell me about Olin again.
No!
Well, he's not... Yeah, well...
Yeah. Yeah, the old way for surnames was where you lived, professional, all that good stuff. Yep. Just curious to kind of see it. I guess they kind of resort to the old ways. Because the ruins that we found, when you're a kid, when you find the thing on your head, the focus, the ruins were obviously old school, old school. I mean, they were old in the sense that they were like super, like grown over, and like residue and rock had grown, like not rock, but like stalagmites, so like sediment. But they were futuristic ruins, so they weren't. It wasn't like walking into like a mall here. It wasn't like Last of Us ruins. It was like futuristic ruins, or so it seemed. Like technology, obviously the focus comes from that. So the old world is like our like far in the future world. So.
Aloy, now that the blessing has been made, you and I finally have a moment to speak. I hope the ceremony wasn't too unpleasant for you, given your circumstances.
So she's been a supporter of mine for pretty much the game. Well, the opening surprised me a bit. I didn't realize what was going on, but she, like the guy. I don't know if you were here with the guy that raised me, but because it shows you like him walking with you as a baby, and you kind of go to this mountaintop to like for this kind of ritual where he says your name for the first time, and she's there, performs the ritual, which surprises him. He assumed nobody would be there. And of course, the other matriarchs who aren't happy about you being an outcast, blah, 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 come in and, you know, shit all over your parade, yada, yada. So this is the first time I really had a chance to actually talk to her. And these are the dialogue choices that you can make. So it's like the heart and the fist and the brain. So brain is kind of, your intellectual response, kind of smart. And like the fist is just like, or more direct, not direct, but I guess more raw emotion, and then the heart is kind of like the happiness. It meant nothing. So this is the option. That kid I was talking about before, this is the option that I chose with him, because you're kind of, when you're a small child, you're walking along this path with the guy that's, I guess we'll just call him Dad. And the kid like throws a rock at you because you realize, you're an outcast, meant to be shunned. And so the rock hits you in the forehead, makes you bleed, and then this wheel pops up, and when it kind of explains what the options mean. And I basically, this option for me was to catch, he throws a second rock that I catch in my hand, and I'm holding the rock in my hand. And so this option that I chose was to throw the rock back to him and knock the rock he's about to throw at me again out of his hand. So I did that, knocked the rock out of his hand, which was super awesome. So I'm curious, and it supposedly affects things down the road, so we'll see how that goes. And that was the kid sitting next to me during the ceremony that kind of gave me a dirty look. The other option was to just drop the rock. The heart option was to drop the rock and walk away, but fuck that.
I can't say it was comfortable, but I could see the beauty of the ritual, even so.
It takes a generous heart, Aloy, to commend a ritual that venerates all that you were denied.
All I'm saying is that it didn't bother me. I have bigger things to worry about than hearing the Nora mumble about their mothers.
I see. I imagine you must have questions for me then.
The biggest question, why was I cast out?
Why was I made an outcast at birth, Tirsa? What crime could I have committed even before I was born?
Aloy, this is not a question I can answer.
Why not? It's simple enough. And what about my mother? Is she here tonight, watching me? Or is she dead? Is she here? Or nowhere.
I am sure your mother is here with us, if only in spirit.
That's not really an answer, is it? Just so you know, Tirsa, the reason I'm here is to get answers. Real ones. And when I win the proving, I will demand them.
I know, Aloy. I would expect nothing less.
What about Rost? Why was he made an outcast?
So, he never told you?
He said he swore an oath never to speak of it.
Yes. As did I, and the other matriarchs. I'm sorry, Aloy, but Rost's past is another secret I must keep from you.
What else is new? It surprises me the tribe lets outcasts run in the proving. It's not like the Nora to be so hospitable.
It has always been law that any child outcast has this right, as a means to rejoin the tribe. So far as I know, however, you are the first ever to exercise this right.
I'm not surprised. I doubt many outcast children survive long enough in the wilds to come of age.
I think, rather, it is because child outcasts are so rare. In all my years, I've only known of one other child who was cast out. A boy of 13, who killed his mother. But at the proving 5 years later, he did not appear.
No. I'd be surprised if he survived very long on his own.
But at least he had a chance. Other tribes would have simply executed him. It may be hard for you to accept, Aloy, but the practice of shunning is, relatively speaking, humane.
Oh, is it? Try it out for 18 years, Tirsa, and then let me know what you think.
Zing! Who snaps?
Ross told me that matriarchs don't just lead the tribe. What else do you do?
We teach, offer counsel, give blessings. When necessary, we judge. Our only concern is the welfare of the tribe. Among our number this year, we count 3 high matriarchs and some 30 lesser matriarchs.
What's the difference?
Matriarchs are grandmothers with 2 generations of living progeny. But a high matriarch is a great-grandmother with 3 or more generations to her name. Thus do we speak for generations, lending our opinions weight. The high matriarchs most of all.
So, the more children you have, the more authority you get? I guess that's one way to decide who leads a tribe.
Why would there be any other?
Lansra. Oh, Lansra's the other matriarch. Sarah Connor. Your mother was named Sarah. Last name Connor. Gung gung gung. Oh shit. We're going full circle. Time travel, what?
Why does Lansra hate me so much?
She is a woman of extreme opinions. More than that, I cannot say.
It's not my fault that I was born. Or that the matriarchs decided to cast me out.
I side with you in this matter. But there are differences of opinion. And any vote of the high matriarchs requires a majority.
I should be going. I'm sorry if I've been too harsh. It's just, I've wanted answers for so long.
I know, child. You're not the only one who's waited years for this day. I will be praying for your success.
So, interesting. Up until that moment, I thought there might be other outcast children, but apparently I am the only one. Out of all the kids here, I'm the only outcast. Sweet. When I win,